buggy behavior,
Yeah.
and they were like relying upon this, and it turned out it was considered to be like actually a bug in React that you had to fix, and it was so bad that they needed like a blog post telling people how to fix this.
Right. Yeah. No, I remember this. I think I was working at Discover when that happened. So that was a while ago.
I think they did the right thing because like, relying on a bug fix just mean it doesn't mean that like they're making a breaking change. It just means that your own code also has a bug.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So quick question, Theo. Um, you commented on Elon's tweet basically saying that it was a good idea, and my knee-jerk reaction was, uh, who kidnapped you, and what are they holding over your head?
Once again, I will embrace a good idea no matter who the hell it comes from. And the
Yep.
transparency displayed with Elon's announcement of the new monetization options for creators is by far the best and most transparent announcement from any creator-focused monetization platform I've ever seen.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was just like, "Fuck this." I don't know. I don't even know what it says, but I don't agree with it already. And then I read it. And I was like, "God damn it." Um, but yeah. Overall, hmm, what is the? Because like as I was reading it, it was like after a year, things kind of like shift. I didn't really fully understand that shift where like Twitter kind of is taking a cut. Is that correct?
Yep, because all platforms that have monetization product need to take a cut in order to justify hosting and using that product. Most platforms, what they've done is they've started with like little to no cut and then randomly introduced a heavy cut later on. Like GitHub has done some weird stuff here. Patreon just recently significantly increased their cut. I know Gumroad just recently like tripled their cut, which was egregious. The thing that's
Jesus.
surprising here is the just straight up transparency and when those are expected to change. You had something, Melky?
Yeah, what do you think of? Okay, so I'm reading this, and I'm kind of. What does it mean by will help promote your work? That like I'm the whole transparency thing is cool. Like the cost, like it's a platform, content platform makes sense. No surprises there. The part that I don't get is we'll also help promote your work. Our goal is
Yeah.
to maximize creator prosperity. What is that? I don't get that.
No idea what he's referring to on that piece. There's a lot of different things it could be. Generally, Twitter's algorithm is leaning much more towards showing you things you haven't interacted with before to try and expand the size of your circle of engagement. And
Yeah.
I think that what he's referring to is there because it's like I'm sure what his mind is on most of the time when he's thinking Twitter is the algorithm and how to make it better and how to make Twitter recommend better things to better people more of the time. Because that just kind of seems like his obsession with Twitter. And I'm guessing that's just him sneaking a related sentence in there. All that is the mistake of Twitter letting you tweet more than 280 characters. That wouldn't have been in there otherwise.
I honestly think I honestly think one of Elon's goals is to get more people paying, obviously, for like Twitter Blue or whatever. But okay, when Twitter Blue rolled out, there was such a huge push that when you subscribe to Twitter Blue, your engagement increased. Now it seems like Elon wants everyone to use Twitter Blue, so I don't know how that engagement, like Delta, is going to still happen. Do you think he's going to introduce like another method, like another boost your own algorithm like type system that even people who already have Twitter Blue can get further boosts across to other people to expand their engagement?
Yeah, it's called promoted tweets. Already exists.
Wait, so you would have to buy Twitter Blue, subscribe to Twitter Blue, and then further get like promote your own tweet if you want that particular one to stand out?
Yep. You would buy ads. That's how ads work on. What he means there is more that like they're working on product in the like TikTok direction. So if you're watching a video, it will show you another video when it's done playing. They're gonna probably do more media and collaborations with people. Like imagine if they had like a Twitter equivalent of something like TwitchCon and they had some of the biggest people on Twitter that had lots of like subscribers in the new monetization model come and be part of those events. Like he's already flying out the fucking Doge guy. I think it's gonna be like if Twitch, instead of being about gaming, was about Web3 and like shit posting,
Yeah.
think that, but like the way Twitch was in the first 4 years, but now for that community.
Okay, but how do you think about the like? Okay, so I agree with you. Like, I'm interested to see how they're gonna do that. I'm super curious how he's gonna roll out ads in a way that's not too disturbing to the content flow. Like, do you think he's gonna insert ads into like threads and stuff, or like while
It
you?
already does that, and it sucks.
Yeah, but do you think he's gonna double down on that? Like, I agree, it sucks. My concern is he gonna double down on that?
You can't, more ads doesn't make more money. More ads results in less valuable ad impressions at a certain threshold, and I'm sure they're at that line right now.
Mm.
Like the thing that like, do you want me to say what I think Elon's going to do or what he's going to be forced to do? Because I think those are different, and I don't have no idea what the fuck the first one's going to be, and I'm much more interested in the second.
Yeah, I want to see what I'm interested. Like, what is he forced? Like, I want to see what he's gonna be, what he's gonna have to do.
He's going to have to do better ad targeting. That's just necessary. He's going to have to get over his bullshit around like privacy and how the algorithm will
Whoa, whoa,
magically get
whoa!
people the
Can we
best possible ads.
can we kick this guy? Can we just kick this guy? He's speaking a lot of nonsense.
God damn it.
Hey, Melky, I'm only here for clout. Can we do follow for follow?
Don't listen to him. He's an imposter. Anyways, like it's
Sus.
just really hard for ads to make money in a space where your ad product is nowhere near as able to reach the correct audience. Where on something like Facebook's ad networks or Google's ad networks, you could be very specific and do things like serve a different version of the ad to Black people in Chicago versus Hispanic people in Florida. Like you have that specific level of granular control on other platforms, and Twitter just doesn't have the data, the engineering power, the history doing the shit, or any of the connections necessary to properly enable that level of targeted advertising right now. And as a result of that, they're already fighting a battle that's tough. Where like a company isn't going to add an additional platform to their portfolio if there isn't easy ways for them to repurpose the training they have, the materials they've made, the plans to go to market that they've produced. And if they have a plan and an ad and all this shit they've already made for Facebook and Google, and they want to send it to more people, it is a really, really hard sell to convince them on Twitter right now. And all the shit Elon's doing isn't helping that right now. And he's going to do more shit that also isn't helping because he doesn't understand how advertisers work. But when he realizes their goal isn't the promise of a magical algorithm that solves their problems, their goal is to take the things that are working and do more of them faster. And that's it. When he accepts that, Twitter can start making money on ads.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to say that like Facebook does one thing very, very, very well. That's targeted ads.
Yeah, Instagram is ridiculous. Instagram ads, Facebook ads, they're so good. Like,
And by the way, like Facebook already had this boosting feature for like years and years and years. Twitter is totally just stealing it.
Well,
TikTok.
how I look at it is, if you look at like Instagram prior to the purchase by Facebook, Meta, whatever, like their ads were they were okay. As soon as they were put on like the fucking Facebook infrastructure, which like you could tell when that happened, because like the ads completely, how they did ads changed, and it was way more efficient, way more targeted. Like I see ads that actually like things that actually interest me, which is spooky science.
Yeah, I don't think Twitter will get to that point. You know, I just don't think like they'll be able to catch up that game to get ads that good as Instagram. I think that should be the goal, to hit that like a portion of that efficiency, but I don't think they'll get it. But yeah, right now Twitter ads are like arguably the worst in terms of targeting. Like the ads they send me, I'm just like, what? I don't fucking need this. Like,
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying having them in threads of all things.
that's the part that I don't like. I really don't like the ad placement in a thread. I'm not so like, I don't hate it when I'm scrolling my feed and I see it. Like, I'm not too pissed about that. But in a thread, I don't know. Kind of irks me.
That reminds me, someone on my Twitter was like, you know how you can like mark ads as like not for you to try to like tweak the algorithm to get more relevant ads? He's just been like denying all of these ads, and Twitter is now advertising him gasoline pumps for gas stations that cost thousands of dollars on his
What
fucking
the
Twitter
fuck?
homepage.
Like, that's like
Twitter's
a good blog post right there.
God, it was really fucking funny to see that.
Jesus. Well, I mean, according to Elon, they're doing ads perfectly, so there must be something wrong with your friend's Twitter account.
Unrelated, to go deeper into tech topics and just a fun email I got. I'm sure y'all saw the Supabase launch week that just happened.
Mhm.
I got an email from a person I would not have expected, CCing the CEO of Supabase, asking if I was interested in doing a collab of some form. Want to guess who the person was that emailed me and the CEO of Supabase?
Matt Billman.
No.
Supabase. Jason Dockton.
Nope.
What? Okay, I
Dan
don't know.
Lambert, the CEO of
Yeah.
PlanetScale.
Fucking what?
What?
We're going to do a collab on like the future of developer experience for databases. And I think it's really cool that they're down to like align and collab for this. I was so hyped.
I
Oh,
still
that's
don't know
good.
how to use a database.
I don't use PlanetScale or Supabase. The the thing is like I know that Sam is a huge like DX fanatic, which is why I like him and PlanetScale so much. I just would have never saw that coming. Like legitimately, that would have never been a guess. Where I'm just like, oh, maybe PlanetScale, maybe the CEO of PlanetScale. Yeah, that's definitely who's trying to collab with you and the Supabase CEO. Totally.
Yeah, it's a massive 200 IQ play on his part, but I think it's dope.
That just shows you how much he like only cares about DX. Like, you care about PlanetScale? He's like, I care about DX. That's all I fucking care about.
Yeah,
I
so
sleep it, I
there's two
dream it, I
sides of
eat
that.
it.
He only cares about DX in the sense that that's the only focus of the company, but he also only cares about DX in the sense that they already solved the scale side. The straw man way of putting
And now
it
they
would
need
be
to-
that Supabase is the best DX for databases that don't scale, and PlanetScale is the best DX for ones that do.
Right. Well, Supabase has a lot of the DX on like the actual like the developer that's like implementing shit, right? Like that's kind of where that DX win happens.
I mean, so does PlanetScale. Like, especially when it comes to the database branching stuff, the DX is pretty unmatched.
Oh no, I'm talking about like along the lines where like for the same type of same DX that you'd get from Supabase, you'd have to like attach Prisma to PlanetScale. That's the area, the layer I'm talking about. Yeah.
Just the SDK, right? Because their SDK is amazing. Like
Yeah, their SDK is dope, if that's specifically what you're referring to, but I don't think it's fair to like put that as like a different, like to say that that's a level of like thing. I forgot what specifically you said that frustrated me with like the way you originally, but it wasn't a big deal. It's just like something along the lines of that, like the DX, like Supabase is more focused on the developer, and that like they're more focused on the specific line of code you're writing in application land on the client, but not too much beyond that.
and
Yep.
yeah, and the weird thing is like PlanetScale solves scaling, so libraries can solve the SDK and how to write their code, but it cannot be the other way around, right? No one can solve.
Scale.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Fuck you. But yeah, like no library can like fix the scaling in Supabase, right? It cannot go the other way around. So
Hmm. Dev
Does
says,
that
for the
make
record,
sense?
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Dev said, for the record, I guess Sam Lambert. I just wasn't a speaker, but I promise I guessed Sam Lambert. Sure.
No, that actually makes sense that Dev could have guessed that, because the reason that I even saw this was happening originally was that they were having a back and forth on Twitter, and Sam had just like congratulated Supabase on their launch, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I checked my email and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
All right. I'll believe Dev for real then.
All right, Dev, I'm going to start telling people you're working for Planet Scale, not Vercel.
Yeah, I've been surprised at how cool my like T3 deploy partners have been with me doing more stuff with their competition in general. I had one other thing I can't talk about just yet with like competition with another partner that they were really cool with, and I'll probably be doing more things. So yeah, it's nice being able to almost double dip in a way and still be able to cover everything going on and get paid for it without having to compromise on like these are the companies I work with primarily because these are the products that I trust the most.
Yeah.
That money, Theo getting that bag bulk shot, baby.
Oh, Melky.
But yeah, I think that like the T3 partners are like some of the only companies that really don't care about if you go to their competition because they're just so confident, right? Vercel knows they're the best,
Oh,
right?
they're the best. They're the best right now.
I
Right
just
now,
pinned a
yeah.
tweet before you guys look at it. I want you all to think to yourself. It's it's a poll, best VB platform. The options were Firebase, Supabase, PlanetScale, and Mongo.
God
It got
damn it.
1,600 votes. I want you guys to guess before you look at it, and then say how off you were. Between
Dev, there's
Firebase, Supabase,
Um,
PlanetScale, and Mongo.
like
there's
I
only
I
one baby
don't.
Theo allowed up here. Get off.
Hey, I came here
I
in case
don't.
I have any other genius thoughts or guesses. I don't want to have put the chat this time. Sorry, Igor, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Like I want to say, like there's two answers. There's the right answer and the answer that the poll got. That's just completely the opposite.
I really hope it's not Mongo, and I have a feeling it's Mongo.
It's Firebase, then Mongo, then Supabase, then PlanetScale.
It's
That's my guess.
Firebase
No, that's my guess.
first.
I don't know. That's my
What?
guess.
Oh, okay. Don't do that to me.
Oh god.
Wait till
Okay.
you guys look at
Oh,
it and see.
thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh,
So, ready for a
Oh
real
my!
spicy take? This is the Theo effect.
oh my God,
It
Theo.
truly is. It truly is because if it
Hold on.
wasn't for you,
Who's this
like
person?
first ship would like Firebase pill everyone.
Let's see. Startup dude, co-founder Swellez, offers stuff, growingheadphones.com.
Also, Dan, remember I was trying to explain this Theo effect. Here's another proof.
Oh, you already got me bought in on that. I was so bought in after that stream, I changed my name to Baby Theo Emoji.
Did you just
I
get
guess-
like a
I guess you're hitting that point, Theo, like where the cult starts to formulate like actual acolytes.
And I thought we were like a type safe code, not a TO code.
We are a
that's-
theocracy, and I am your priest.
Yeah, see, Igor, that's where the first misdirection happens. The first red herring. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense, Dan. You're a young white guy. You'd make an excellent pastor.
I
Oh my
I
God.
would be a great pastor, and I look like Theo except less handsome. It's gonna be great.
Are you as tall as Theo?
Bro,
Young, white, and easily impressed on, and zero original ideas. Yeah, you'd be really good at this.
I would be
Yeah,
a
but
great pastor. All I do is just preach what Theo says, and it's gonna be
Did
great.
that-
I'm gonna make
Tell me that.
boatloads of
Hold
money.
on.
You have-
Dan, hold on. No, hold on, Dan. Tell me that clicked. What Theo just said. Please tell me that didn't just like go in one ear out the other.
Theo roasting me gives me life.
Okay, because that wasn't just a roast. That was like a like life defining in one sentence roast.
Oh, I orgasmed. It was that bad of a roast.
Didn't want to hear that ever.
Bro, you got marinated.
Melky, you're not the best person to have here. This is gonna make it worse.
Dan also has a lot of
Beacon makes
practice.
this so much better. This is like a 10x better, like improvement on the spaces.
I'm not gonna lie. I watch Melky stream and think to myself, "That's the kind of streamer I want to be." No offense to you, Theo. I still love you, but like,
No, I
don't know.
No one
I
should aspire
vibe.
to be me on streams. You can aspire to be my videos, but like, I'm not a good streamer. Like, Melky's an actual fucking streamer.
I watch
Yeah.
Theo stream and think to myself, what if I was like Theo but younger and cuter and stupider? And that's why I changed my brand.
Oh my god. So just to emphasize too, like Melky first off hated the resume review stream, and I still watched it. So that says a lot. Also, trolling that resume stream was fucking hilarious. I also trolled Trashes, which he didn't know how to handle it when I did. Your response was gold.
Yeah, dude. Yo, I'm gonna be 100%. I did not think you were trolling. I thought you sent that. I'm like, all right, this is like, yeah, we can work with this. This is good.
No.
I was
It's
like, yeah,
literally-
this is great. This is like what we need right now.
I love it. No, so it's literally my GitHub README profile.
It's fucking gorgeous. No, but that was awesome. I had a great time with that, doing that.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was like it was getting stuffy in there, man. Like those streams are not like they're fun to a point, I guess, but like they start to get stuffy because I'm like, man, it's starting to feel like a real like enterprisey consulting situation. I would say the only save grace is both you and Trash kind of like roast the resumes at the same time. So,
Yeah.
so that kind of saves it. And I was like, oh, I totally want to see how he responds to this one. And for anybody wondering, it's like the most bare minimum HTML possible. So
There's
like,
no CSS. It's just
no, none.
HTML.
Yep. Just pure. I think it's a line center is like the only CSS. Oh, that's good stuff.
By the way, Theo, when you talked about doing stuff with another deploy partner's competitor, I think you talked about that on your stream. So it's kind of like pseudo public.
I know that. So there's the Supabase stuff that has been worked on by Julius, but there's other things that are in the works that I've not talked about. So
Alexis shared a super funny meme in the comments, and it's one of those memes where it's the person screaming on one side is autistic people don't have empathy. On the right side it says me too afraid to throw the juice box out because it might make the box sad. That's hilarious.
invite her up to speak. I'm sure she isn't busy.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the space if she doesn't come up to speak.
Well, oh shit, I almost made her a
They might
co-host.
have
I think she was
reconsider.
here before.
Invite to speak. Well, I mean, I'll kick Dan if that's necessary. You're all laughing. I'm
Do you need a reason to kick them?
Hi.
Do it. You won't.
I was just
Hello.
sitting reading PostgreSQL docs.
Why were you reading Postgres? You don't need a database to do programming. Databases
I
are a Theo
know.
conspiracy.
I don't know. I was watching Jen's Twitch of her learning Postgres, and I was like, I want to see what their docs are like. Extensive is the fucking word.
Should I do a docs audit of Postgres?
Okay, so if you're actually really interested, one of the coolest things PlanetScale has done is they put out like a legit university level course on just MySQL that has incredible videos, really good like guidance built in. It's like they hired a professional educator who normally does like egghead shit to just work on this for a year and put it out for free for some reason. So yeah, if you actually want to learn SQL, there's very little you'll learn in that won't carry over to Postgres fine because it's mostly about the SQL standard. And the result is you'll actually be better than most people at databases. And there are a few stronger things you can add. Like the two things you can do to just be indispensable to your team as a generalist engineer is be the person who knows regex and be the person who knows SQL. If you can be either or both of those people, you're indispensable to the team almost immediately.
Yeah, I started learning Postgres a few months ago, but I've been learning it like through Prisma and like this one course that somebody gifted to me that's like Next.js, Prisma, Postgres, weird little stack. Not weird stack, it's actually really cool. But yeah, the course has been teaching me Postgres, but that's an amazing resource. Thank you for sharing that with me, and I will definitely check it out.
You need to show that resource more because I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I need
What is
Planet
it?
Scale to pay me more. I've given them too much. Like, yes, they're a partner, but
True.
I've already went way over the free videos for this quarter, and we're currently working out deals for more things for me to make videos on and shell. Because at this point, I should be collecting a full-time salary for the impact of that on my bottom line.
I'm just also going to plug that MongoDB also has like a full course, actually multiple courses.
Dev,
I'm gonna kick Dev next. So, by the way, anybody out there that's like, oh, I want to learn SQL, but I don't want to invest in courses, like paid courses and stuff. Besides the just going to the docs for a lot of these things, like freecodecamp.org has really good fleshed out courses for like web development and SQL and all this other stuff. So
Also,
Alexis, if you don't stop impersonating my emoji use like within milliseconds.
I know we think the same. I was just gonna say also don't take advice from me reading docs. I'm just a weirdo, and I like to read through like long pieces of text.
Yeah, then it's actually honestly like a cool way to learn weird niche shit. I'm known for like having the most strange niche knowledge. It's not necessarily for me reading through big things. It's more I tend to go through the through link rabbit hole where I'll end up like 15 pages down something just like by clicking through all of the references and shit and figuring out how it actually works underneath. And now I know all these weird implementation details like that Prisma's actually using a Rust GraphQL layer.
I was about to say, like, you can't do that in the Prisma docs because then you end up with like in like fucking like reference pages that you're like reading. You're like, where the fuck does this even exist in the docs? Like, it's like the nav bar stops existing. You're in fucking like some limbo Netherland or some shit, and you're like, I don't even know what this is talking about anymore. The Prisma docs are incredibly insane because there's like the very surface layer that you can just kind of skim and get a really good idea of how Prisma works and like general use cases of it. And then there's like rabbit holes that are just as bad as Wikipedia.
Actually, I've done this a few times with Ryan Carniato's blogs. I think if you're looking for something to like just endless reading and like go into rabbit holes, Ryan Carniato's blog articles are like one of the best places to do that.
Speaking of Ryan Carniato's blog, we did an entire stream about Ryan Docs today. If I don't know if you know who Big Theo is, his name is Jason Langstroth, and Baby Theo and Big Theo did a stream together, and it was amazing.
Cool Boy J asked, what is the name of the resource that you just shared, Theo? And I'll go ahead and answer. It was the Planet Scale. I wouldn't say it's documentation. It's a course. You can go on planetscale.com, hover over resources, and there's a little courses link.
Well, you're better at hosting than I am.
It's the autism.
You're also a better answer than me. I was gonna say Google it, so thank you for that.
Goddamn.
For a moment.
Right when you said it's the autism, like your name moved to the left. Someone must have left the space, so I thought you just left on that note. It's the autism. Peace.
My fucking comedic timing.
That'd have been a mic drop. Yeah, it'd have been a mic drop as all hell.
I'm sorry for bringing it back up. I can't get over the results of this fucking poll. I've been thinking about this so much since I saw it. I did not think that, like, even on Twitter, that Planet Scale would have the penetration to do that.
Okay, so tell me this though. Okay, I looked at that person. Are they following you by chance, Theo? That person that posted that?
They are not. That's the craziest part.
Holy shit. Okay. So I would have expected it to either be Mongo or Firebase, and it would have been a close call, right? Like, that's what I expected. Planet Scale won by like a landslide, and then Supabase was like a follow up to that, and they both just overwhelmed Mongo and Firebase completely. That's unprecedented because like not even a year and a half ago, they would have for sure been one of those other two. It would have been Firebase or Mongo. Not even a year and a half ago.
I hadn't even heard of them until I saw that poll and looked them up today.
You're blessed. Like your life must be amazing.
Yeah, they're becoming a mind share incumbent so fast, and that's
Good.
really hard to beat out. And yeah, like I'm sure a decent number of y'all remember, I was the Planet Scale user who used JavaScript a bit over a year ago, like the only one. And like Sam in particular has been realizing more and more how much impact I've had, and has been really, really hyped on it. And like they've been incredible to me, both like as a product to use and ship for our databases, and also just as like friends helping me as a founder and also a creator find success. So like, yeah, they're doing the right things for the right reasons, and they're talking about it the right ways. It's the surprise to me is how quick it worked. I didn't think this would happen in 2 years. I thought it might happen in 5 to 10.
What? I mean, I go ahead. Okay. I saw Planet Scale when I joined Cloudflare. So that was 2 years, 5-6 months ago. Okay. I saw the blog post that they put out that was like DX is going to matter more than performance. Do you remember that Theo, that blog
Yeah,
post?
you would bring that one up all the time.
That's because it was like that blog post was incredible, like in the sense that every other DB provider, every other DB like library, all they cared about, besides like Prisma, was another reason I really loved Prisma back then. All they cared about was like, how can we get that one more drop of performance out of this thing, right? And fuck developer experience at all costs. How can we get more performance?
It's funny. I almost don't like how this blog post's existence has aged, just because that's what almost every database, like at that time, that's actually when the tides were turning, and we saw Supabase, we saw Grafana, we saw Fauna, which I still get fucking ads for. We saw Zata, we saw like Heroku, or not Heroku, fucking Hasura. We saw all these things that were trying to just do developer experience directly at the cost of performance. And the thing that like Planet Scale did differently here, in my opinion, and it's like the much more interesting part to me. It wasn't just they were the first ones focused on DX. They were the first ones focused on DX without compromising on performance, and that was the huge difference.
Right. So that was the thing, is they didn't compromise on performance. They didn't compromise on their infrastructure. They're like, we still need to scale, still need to be a distributed system. They still cared about these things that mattered, but they emphasized developer experience on top of it. Right. And that was like their thing, is like at some point performance is going to be homogenized across the DBs, across the DB experience. And what's going to win is developer experience. And I think that argument of like UX wins when everything else is equal is just going to be that's going to be accurate every time.
The cicada is a paid actor.
It's Jacob, the insect.
Yo, it's like talking more than Jacob. It's a speaker.
Yeah, it's my ASMR. This is actually, I tricked all of you. This is an ASMR stream. We're on Twitch right now.
Bro, let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Louder than you, they're louder than Theo, which is saying something.
I mean, Dev, this is a completely voluntary place to be. Just saying. You hear that? You hear that right there?
Facts right now.
Yeah.
Valid.
Let's enjoy.
That was too funny.
So what? So what did you guys work on today?
I handled all of the finance bullshit between paying my personal bank account and the T3 content bank account. Oh, actually, I can talk about a really funny, stupid thing that I thought was my fault, and I confirmed today isn't entirely my fault. I thought in my dumbassery managing like 7 bank accounts, I had accidentally used the company bank account as my deposit account for Rippling, and all my paychecks were going back to Ping for like 2 months.
I worked on stuff for Twitch, battling fraud with ML.
I did the worst possible design you can do with Angular, and I want to shoot myself.
Nobody's gonna make fun of me for accidentally paying my company instead of myself for months.
The
Nah.
company deserves it, and like
Yeah.
Ping is
It
a
was the
nice
autism.
penguin.
No, but like Ping would
What do you-
deposit money for payroll through to Rippling, and then it would just send it back to Ping, and it took me 2 months to notice.
How? I mean,
How
Dev,
did
I
you
guess
not
Dev wants to
notice
go.
for months that you were not getting money?
Look,
He has
once you hit a
multiple
certain
streams of
number of
income.
zeros, there are things that are more important than looking at the breakdown of each paycheck.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has multiple streams of income. It's at some point the one stream of income disappears, it barely puts a dent in it. Then you know.
Yeah, it's bad. And then like the number of sources and managing that all and like having to get good at fucking QuickBooks. God, I can't believe I'm getting good at QuickBooks. It makes me want to die. It's one of the worst
I
pieces
need
of software
so
I've
much
ever
money.
used.
First off, I don't ever want to hear somebody complain about making so much fucking money that it's a problem. And second,
I'm not complaining about making so much money it's a problem. I'm complaining about making so much fucking bullshit
Second.
happen in QuickBooks that it's a problem.
second, Theo, for the fucking 50th time, get a fucking assistant.
I have one, but they are for my personal like income, and also like they help with this, but they cost so much money to do general booking shit. Like and the amount that they would have to be involved, like just the comms overhead to get somebody in the right place for this is greater than learning and doing it myself. And now that I've learned it and I can do it myself, it's fine. It's just like the annoyance of having to follow up 7 times when one of my sponsors hasn't paid in time, and
Okay.
the
I
amount of costing to pay
respect-
someone's not worth it.
Yeah, I respect the fact that like at this scale, you doing it makes more sense, and like financially just doesn't add unnecessary overhead. Like at some point though, like between Ping and whatever the fuck Theo LLC is, you're gonna need like more
CPI.
people to handle this stuff.
Oh my God.
I know how to tussle.
What's
I'll, yell,
Roxas?
I'll yell at somebody.
So I
To get
have
assistant.
actually legit considered this. Like, there's so many people in tech that I think would benefit from having like being my assistant on their resume, but I would feel so bad having a tech person like working with me, not doing tech work and not getting any immediate tech value out of it, in the hopes that like the resume boost plus the amount I paid them would be worth it. And I would rather just pay somebody who isn't in the space that like the money would be more life changing for. Or honestly, what I'm doing right now is by not paying all these people and just letting the money go into the company account, I'm able to hire more editors and get more content out, which is what I've been leaning into.
Yeah. I again, at this scale, it makes sense that you're doing it. Don't get me wrong. The fact that you do have an assistant for the other stuff, finally, thank God. I didn't know that happened. I'm happy because
Oh,
I saw
the
that.
hardest fucking stupid problem that I have to make a decision about is like, if I do hire a real assistant, which company's bank account do I pay them out of?
Oh my God, yeah.
like just figuring out how to split because like I need one person who works for all 3, because otherwise it's not worth it. Because the reason I'm uniquely capable for this is I know what's going on in my bank account, my company's bank account, and Ping's bank account. Like I'm the
Right.
one who knows all 3 of those. So I need to hire someone who can do all of that.
Whoa.
That means that technically they're an employee of me, of my LLC, and of Ping.
Do you need it like an S corp like that has all of these as Oh fuck, what is that called? I'll remember the name.
No, we cannot do anything like that. It fucks up the cap table and the like investment and such in paying because I don't want anybody who's
Gotcha.
like part like I love Y Combinator. I love all of our investors. I haven't announced too many of the others yet, and we will eventually. I do not want their hands on my YouTube channel. Those are separate
Well-
things. They
well,
bought
isn't that what
Ping.
that is?
They bought that. They did not touch my YouTube channel.
Isn't that what the S corp like parent company protects? Is like they're still individual companies. They just are controlled and managed through like financially through this S corp that like lives on the top. I forget what they call them
It's
when
the
they're
financially part that is the problem there. As soon as there's a financial dependence between the two, there is an argued like I don't want to have to defend in fucking court that these things are different, and the easiest way to do that is by keeping them different.
just completely separate. All right, fair enough. Yeah.
Theo, question for you. Have you heard Mr. Beast talk about cloning?
Yes, I have legitimately considered this. But again, like the problem isn't even like the onboarding of like the onboarding of a person would be bad. The due diligence of compensating the person properly through 3 businesses is annoying.
I mean, so like I don't know what you're planning on paying, but like if you think about like for instance, say myself for instance, if you're paying me enough, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. And like
Well, right
I'm
now
not
Book
saying
is free, and he reviews a bunch of my editor's videos for me and gives me a bunch of feedback on shit. So for now, I'm gonna stick with that. Thank you, Milk.
no, my point is like your comment about like hiring a tech person and them getting value out of this and blah blah blah. And it's like when it comes down to it, it's just if the pay is there, and like you said, eventually this comes back to
It would be
tech
hard
value.
for me to spend more than 40K a year on this.
Oh, I see. So you have to definitely aim for like a intern entry level type of thing.
You doing your own taxes?
Or somebody who like I do not do my own taxes. I have a CPA and I have a tax guy, and they're actually like friends, and we have a shared Discord group chat where whenever I have like annoying financial questions, they can usually help me out. So like all of the hard and scary shit I have entirely handled by people much smarter than myself. It's the boring and tedious shit that if done wrong is really bad that I'm just eating at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's most businesses though, right?
Yep.
Anyway, I had a lot of fun today because we're switching to a mono repo for a portion of our code and then connecting micro front ends for our third party. So I got to set up a turbo repo.
You were doing so good, and then
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the third party applications aren't developed in-house, so we need a way to let organizations set up their own application and tie it into the platform for just their set of users.
that actually reminds me of a Colin tweet that I forgot I wanted to talk about. So Colin's the CEO of Clerk. We've been obviously chatting quite a lot lately due to the amount of Clerk collabs and also all of us trying to reverse engineer the new Next patterns enough to build cool things around them. And something he pushed forward
And the
here was really
hackathon.
interesting. Yeah, in the hackathon. We're not fucking talking about anything with that though. Like they're doing all the work. I just like sent them a bunch of people, or I was asked if I could make certain people appear, and that's one of my skills. So that's all unrelated. This is one of the more interesting pieces here is that Clerk thinks a lot about obviously like their component library for npm installing Clerk and having their components for authorization, authentication, all the like things that they provide. But since they're not doing a third party redirect to something like Stripe, where if you have a Stripe checkout flow on your website and Stripe wants to update the APIs on the back and like clean up the or that page, they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want, and as long as they honor the original webhook that goes back to your service after and the redirect URL that you're expecting, they can kind of do whatever they want on that level. But other service providers that are more integrated with your website, things that provide components rather than providing redirects, don't get that ability to update and are stuck supporting things for much longer and in much more painful ways than these other providers are. And he was thinking and speculating on how server components could theoretically be used to solve this by allowing vendors to ship updates to the JavaScript that the server runs before sending it to the client.
What?
I'm skeptical of this. I don't think it makes sense to swap out code that runs in a user's code base ever. But at the very least, like, I'm trying to decide if this is worth exploring versus just console erroring a bunch if the thing that you're using is out of date.
Okay. Hear me out, Theo. But this is where innovation happens: is when people try shit that everybody else says you probably shouldn't do this or you don't need to do this.
Yes, but this is iframes on the fucking server, Jacob.
I feel like I'd be a little salty about that too.
So angry. I want to see it even more now. Oh my god. Hold on. I want to read this tweet now.
We baited up Soothe. Is this a concept that's interesting to you?
Iframes on the server? Not really, man.
No. We need to see this happen now. I don't know what is possible with it, but it's now fully piqued my interest, especially with how angry Theo is. I shouldn't say angry. Indignant is a more accurate word.
To be clear, I do want to see it happen. I'm probably going to help work on this at the
precise.
hackathon. So, like, this is a thing that's going to happen. I just conceptually hate it initially, and I'm curious to see where my thoughts go after.
Yes, I want you to go in with your absolute disdain for it, and then Colin to go in with his absolute like wide-eye curiosity, and see what magic is created from those two things colliding.
Before I forget, can I leak another thing to you, Jacob, and we can all enjoy your reaction as nobody else can hear what it is and what it does?
Yes.
I think I shared this in the private server before. I don't think you saw it, so I'm just gonna send it to you.
Oh, great.
Quick.
Oh, there's people following me on Twitch. I'm not even been active in like 2 weeks.
This is the syntax I've come up with for what we're working on.
That looks familiar.
Can you link this hackathon thing for Clerk?
It's in the Jumbotron.
That's with the hackathon. I don't know if there's an easy link to that. I'm sure Dev can find it.
Yeah, or maybe Colin has it. Wait, is it a faux pas to reach out to Colin to get that link? I just realized that I was just told somebody to just go reach out to Colin for some fucking link.
I'm sure Dev can find it fine.
Yeah, I put it on the Jumbotron.
Thanks, Dev.
So, Jacob, immediate thoughts on what you're seeing here?
I mean, my first thought is this for some reason this pattern looks really, really, really familiar. My second thought is, see, this is okay. I see this function has this chain on it. This chain is basically all the handlers. And then, yeah, this is kind of exactly what you asked me and my brother to do. And basically what we end up determining is there's no good way to do it, like to abstract it, you know.
I already have confidence this is going to work.
No. I'm like, I think what I was getting at with that context right there is, I think the thing we were missing was exactly this. Like the RSCs have completely blown the doors open.
Yes and no. This fully works on client side. And the more interesting part here is that the file doesn't even go through your server. This would still be a pre-signed post.
Wouldn't it have not worked correctly or at least as well fully client side because of like the fucking stupid CORS issues that you get with those URLs?
This handles all of those.
Right, but now that all of this shit's on the server, you don't have to worry about the CORS ever pre-signed or not, right? Like this is just all of that CORS issues
Only
disappears.
if the file goes through your server, at which point you're eating the bandwidth cost of the file going through your server. Ideally, the file doesn't have to touch your server, and it is going directly to the file provider, which is what's interesting about the pattern here, is that despite all of the logic living in your code base, including an upload callback, you still don't have to eat the cost of the file uploading through your server.
Right, it's kind of just a proxy or a redirect.
That's how it effectively works under the hood, but it's a little more complex than that. The goal here is to make something that feels as simple as tRPC, but for uploading files without having to upload files to your own service. The only thing that isn't in this code that you would have to add is an environment variable.
I'm assuming this one before on upload. I'm assuming that's like the Cloudflare shit that Vercel has.
No, that's just I use the term middleware because also I should be clear. Every single term for anything in here is just entirely random. Like
I wasn't sure how much I could say.
Yeah, I called it auth originally, but Mark didn't like that because you do other things in it, so I just renamed it to middleware so I could keep going. So
good job, Mark. Okay, so this isn't even like dealing with like the like even considering like the Vercel Edge or any of that stuff. This is just a pattern.
You could deploy this on anything as long as you can deploy, as long as you can serve the post export a request and you put it on an endpoint that it knows about, you're good. I'm doing a few next hacks around like I know what the URL is because of the next environment. I'm also doing some crazier hacks for localhost during dev. Something I have planned that we're still working on is using WebSockets to notify your localhost so that you don't have to set up some crazy fucking like, what's the ngrok in order to test things that use webhooks locally. Like we're taking everything we learned from webhook thing. We're taking everything we learned from working with Clerk. We're taking everything I've learned from being too deep in tRPC, and we're combining it all to make the first fucking actually usable way to upload files.
Okay. I mean, first off, my initial reaction to this syntax, this pattern is it's extremely straightforward and in particular on the client side. Like that's just put it right in there. Like that's there's nothing to it. On the server side, I like that there seems to be a tad bit of configuration, so there's a little bit of an API interface there, and then there's like you said, the middleware that adds a little bit more customization. So you have the auth, which is great. So like not anybody can just upload fucking anything anytime they want anywhere. You know, that's obviously that matters. And then I like that it's very functional. That obviously
the biggest value here, beyond like the type safety and consistency, is actually I say bigger than that, is the on upload behavior. The fact that I have a real callback in there that will run on the server, guaranteed once the file is done uploading, even if the user like closes their laptop right when the file completes. You'll never have to worry about a partial state or something ending up in your bucket that didn't end up in your database.
What? Okay, so this on upload is because like this, I get this chain, which is really cool. I like that. By the way, I like that syntax. That on upload.
So the pre-signed URL. I'm just gonna leak fucking technical details. Whatever. The pre-signed URL that you get through or after middleware passes will include metadata, which has the user ID or whatever else you return in the middleware, so you have additional context that you'll have in the on upload when you get there. And it also includes the URL that the callback needs to go to. So once we have handled the file upload on our servers for you, this is why I'm going to have to fucking run servers so nobody else in the world has to. Once we have processed that, we will hit the webhook that we pre-produced for us at that middleware point, so that by the time the file's done uploading, we can hit your service in the WebSocket or the webhook that endpoint you provided there automatically, hitting the code that we're exporting in the other file, the file router at like the get put post export. That's the short circuit that lets us go from a user pre-signed posting to my server as the service provider to hitting your service as the application developer in order to keep everything in sync. And that's the glue that, combined with this DX, results in something that feels incredibly seamless.
Yeah, this is amazing. The syntax is super straightforward. I mean, and also it just looks familiar, even though it's kind of a few different patterns. But it seems familiar. It seems like something that is straightforward. I mean, on the client side, it's just so simple, man. That's just so simple.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud. I have now built enough file uploaders to know it should have been this easy all along, and the amount of use cases this covers is truly hilarious.
Oh, I see.
Have I sufficiently teased y'all?
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm
Is
excited.
Is it going to be open source?
At the very least, the client, yes. It's likely we'll have to keep the server that you get the pre-signs from private, but I am considering open sourcing that too.
Will this be a file thing? Have you nailed down a name?
I think that's the name, right?
Yeah. Now that it's been said out loud, I have to go get the npm package quick. 1 second. Fuck.
My bad.
Oh no! Hold on, I'm gonna try to get it first. There. Yeah,
I'm surprised Julius didn't already, because he's on top of everything.
Oh no! He already got it. I can tell.
Who's that keyword?
It's me. I'm trying to get this damn thing.
I got it.
Damn it! I was so close.
Skill issue, Jacob. You know when Prime says you should type fast? That's why.
Dude, package squatting is crazy.
I was so close.
You can still get the domain though.
I did it so fast I accidentally published it as 1.0, which sucks because you can never go backwards now.
Oh shit.
You permanently fucked my versioning with your bullshit.
That's a hard launch, though. That's a hard launch.
Yeah, when people are mad at us for using major versions for every release, I'm gonna just point them at your Twitter account. Who needs semantic versioning when you have friends who are assholes?
Oh man, I'm so close.
You can still squat the domain, Jacob.
I'm not gonna buy a domain.
Pussy.
Oh yeah, look at that. Collaborators 1 minute ago, version 1.0.0. Oh man. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy that domain. Are you kidding me?
I think I almost tricked you because I'm pretty sure it's just going to be filething.ping or something like that.
The domain was taken, sadly. So yeah, you should
Come
go check
on.
the package again, by the way. Did my first version release.
Nice.
I also just
What's the
spotted upload thing, which is good because I have uploadthing.com and I'm honestly preferring that name, which is why I didn't say it out loud.
the readme? Oh.
Or should I accidentally use the same readme for upload thing? Whatever. Permanently in our legacy.
I'm honored.
Didn't even invest and you still made it into our fucking The real loser here is Dax. He paid me money and I haven't even used his name in my product stuff.
Oh. Yeah, but like, come on, like, who's gonna get that? Yeah, god damn it. It's good.
One
Oh,
more thing
Dax
we
is
didn't
here.
talk about yet that could be a fun convo. My YouTube stats.
Oh, what's
I just
happening
dropped
with
the
your?
whole thing.
Is I'm confused. Is Upload thing a service or is it going to be just a library?
Yes.
Most of it will be a service as long as it has to be. It will always be a library at its heart.
Sorry, what was it? It'll always be a library. What?
At its heart. Like the core of what wins here is the library. The service is
like
a thing we will build because it is necessary at the moment, but I would not be opposed to adopting other services if there were services that made better sense in a theoretical future where a theoretical company I'm working with builds the other end, the part that we've been not wanting to build.
Tell me more about that other part later, because now I'm intrigued.
Dax, this is your fault for not taking the opportunity to call me the last 3 times I offered it.
I was visiting my family. Had a crazy week.
Is your family really more important than sequel?
Okay. Hear me out. I have a lot of access to infrastructure.
Do you think Cloudflare will buy this first or Vercel?
Okay. This is not a spicy take in my opinion, but it's a spicy take to other people, especially ones I work with. Cloudflare, okay, and Vercel are on different layers. Okay, you have layer 1 companies, you have layer 2 companies. Cloudflare is uniquely positioned at like this 1.5. Like they are uniquely positioned to provide like heavily modified, heavily improved DX, heavily abstracted levels of layer 1 to layer 2
Does
companies.
Cloudflare own their servers?
Yes, mostly. There's
They're
a lot
layer
of
1.
metals. Right. So
Cloudflare has like a wall of lava lamps. That puts them in a different level.
Right? Yeah, that's the only reason, Igor. You're right. No.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the thing: is I'm not talking about the part of Cloudflare that we run all this stuff on top of, right? I'm talking about the stuff we're running on the metals, right? So like workers, all the tooling and the developer platform in Cloudflare, right? So all that, like the KV, R2, durable objects, workers, all that shit, all of that is something that sits at a layer above the metal, but below that layer 2, which is like what the developers really should be interacting with, right? So like your
So is EKS.
I don't know what EKS is.
It's the Elastic Kubernetes shit show.
Oh,
It's AWS's Kubernetes solution. Just an example of like if your definition of this abstraction is layers between the metal and the abstraction, then yeah, there's a lot of things. Most of AWS would be that. Hell, like AWS has 3 different video transcoding services that are all just running on ECS under the hood. Like this is how the level 1 providers operate, is they try to coax you back by making slightly better abstractions on top of their existing thing. There are things that Cloudflare makes. Like I would argue Pages is more interesting in this regard, because you could re-implement Pages yourself on workers in KV without too much effort. And that's like it's awesome they offer that, because that's how they compete with Vercel, but it's really hard for them to do that. And the more important thing that Cloudflare provides right now is the infrastructure that both they and Vercel rely on to do these types of things.
Right. So again, I mostly agree with you, except to the point of like saying like, okay, well, it's still layer 1, because it's not quite right. There's significant abstractions and DX that are applied on top of that layer 1 that doesn't reach that layer 2. What I'm getting at is like preeminently we could be the thing that layer 2 goes to for everything, that basically the eventually leads to everything's built off of Cloudflare infrastructure. But they're not going to do that through like just like low level implementations of these things, right? Like that's great that AWS has all these super low level implementations of things. We have similar products. I'm sure like most people haven't heard of things like Cloud Chamber and whatnot, but that's like containers on the edge or whatnot.
Have you heard of CDK or Amplify?
Yeah, I almost got a job at CDK. I know Amplify is probably closer to layer 1.5 than what I would consider the rest of AWS stuff. Yeah.
Here's the issue with at least what I've seen with AWS, and I would be curious to see why Cloudflare would be any different. The challenge is they don't really need to win at all in layer 2. Like they need to kind of be there, because like otherwise it's kind of weird. But at the end of the day, they really don't need to win there, because if another company wins there, they implicitly win on layer 1. And I think that's why these companies, one of the reasons why these companies fail to execute well there, because they really don't have to. Like Amplify is terrible and continues to be terrible, but like nobody really cares because the layer 1 is winning so hard. So the DNA of the company is just not well suited for the second layer thing, which is why literally every single service that has been unbundled from AWS like easily has been way, way better, because AWS doesn't really have to win that, right? They don't care if PlanetScale offers an amazing MySQL experience, because those servers run on AWS anyway. So I think the incentive problem makes it so they don't, it's just not there. And the second, winning layer 1 is just like so much more profitable than layer 2. So yeah, why does that matter to a company like Cloudflare?
Also, they get to sell certifications.
Yeah, but was that like 1% of their overall revenue?
Yeah. Are you talking about AWS certifications? Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Certifications.
I don't understand.
Jacob,
that.
Can you get me an honorary Cloudflare certification?
Yeah, here you go.
I've been wanting honorary AWS certs. They should do that.
You all are honoraries.
I'm going to talk to Vercel about this. It'd be fucking hilarious if I convince Vercel to do like Vercel certified, and it's just like you deploy the thing on Vercel.
That's hilarious. You should do that, actually.
It's
that
actually a
shit.
genius marketing thing. Fuck, I'm
And,
gonna go
and
get
you
a
know
plate.
they will make like an amazing design for that, and will go viral.
I want at least a double-digit certification number, Theo.
Well, you know, I'm actually saving this. We're gonna let you be file thing certified. You upload a single file.
It's like an achievement.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
T3 certified. You NPX create T3 app.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
We need to make like achievements like Xbox Live.
The stupid gamification things that were in the fucking app like 5 years ago.
Bro, you do that, I will get that certification. I will get that put on a fucking shirt. I will put it in my background on my Twitter page. I will make it my fucking profile picture. Like, I'll make bumper stickers.
It's you're compensating for the T3 awards, Jacob.
What's that?
Are you compensating for the T3 awards?
Compensating? What do I have to compensate for?
Oh shit! You won. It was Dev that did it. Or
No, I didn't. I didn't win anything. I just don't
Oh,
also
yeah,
care.
Really?
Yeah, really. Look. This is how I look at it. All right. It was a really cool thing that Theo did. To acknowledge everybody. Picking winners was like a nice touch to it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, basically anybody that was mentioned throughout that whole thing was essentially being acknowledged for doing awesome things in the community. I overall, as a person that also builds and helps maintain communities, things like that are like not just like really nice, but they're necessary to keep the communities healthy and keep the people that are operating the community and keeping the communities moving forward. Like it's just one of those things that like, yeah, that's the only part I cared about. Other than that, like who won and lost is it was a joke.
Yeah, of course.
It was literally
Yeah, it was a joke. But the thing is, you didn't make a shirt that you were nominated on this, but you're going to make a shirt on the certification?
Yes, because I think it's funny,
Okay.
Igor, to do so. I think you're
Okay.
you're
I was trying to be
overthinking.
sarcastic. I'm sorry.
I wanted to make one
I was
clarification
trying to
on
be
the T3
sarcastic.
awards. The winners are whoever I get the best content out of them winning.
Okay. Hold on. Backtrack real quick. Sarcasm is hard for me.
Yeah.
So appreciate you calling it out at the end there. But yes, I took what you said very literal, and yeah, that's how I actually feel about the situation.
For what it's worth, I thought that it was a very good joke to say compensating for the T3 awards with a T3 certification. I thought that was funny.
Fair
And
enough.
Dan's not here anymore. I could say I was funnier.
Who?
You're pretty much always funnier than Dan, Igor. Like most of the time, like when you're not talking and Dan's talking, you're still funnier than he is.
That's not a high bar, but I'll take it.
By the way, just so everybody knows, if you're like, oh my god, he's shit talking about Dan while he's not here, go tell Dan I said that. I don't fucking care.
Bro, it can't be worse than
when he is here.
It can't be worse than the last time I said unfollow Dan thinking it was Dan Abramov. It literally can't be worse.
I had Dan Abramov in the Twitter space at one point. That was pretty cool.
I made a video out of that one. It performed like shit. Actually, okay, to be fair, it performed well compared to my channel a month ago, but it performed like shit right now. My channel's on fucking fire at the moment. Like I haven't seen it before. It's been fucking dope. I honestly think the tutorial's a decent part.
What's the
but
video
that fucking...
about, dog?
Oh, the Danny Ruff one?
Yeah.
I just literally. Oh, did you not see that thumbnail? It was so fucking clickbaity. I love that one. I recorded it off stream, so
I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it.
If only you recorded space, so you could have some actual content.
Bro,
that
you
one
got
video
here.
performed better than everything on your channel combined times 2. So
So I had to call
Bruh.
Dan. Dope. Never write a back-end framework now. Jesus Christ, you have like
it was
so
so I
many.
had a call with Dan was the one.
Yeah, no. I'm just like looking through. Like you've been posting like a madman.
I've been posting less, and I think it's better because I've been dropping more videos. Like I've cut out of the last like 20 videos I recorded, I threw away about 7, and I think it's good for the channel overall.
Hmm. Oh, I remember the return types one. I like that one.
The return types one was so brutal. I am genuinely proud I could end that fucking discussion like once and for all. Like it actually ended after that video. Prime like jokes about it sometimes, but it's over. I won. It's just 'cause, like it shouldn't have been a contest. Like it isn't like a like different opinions like other things are, and like almost always Prime and I disagree, but we end up like finding the barrier at which our disagreement exists. That's like the one and only time he's just been wrong on a thing. And it sucked having to like go out of my way to clarify it because this isn't a thing where like there's an opinion. This is just a thing where TypeScript works this way, so you should use it this way. Other languages do things differently. You shouldn't graph your way of doing things in other languages onto one that doesn't do those things.
All right. Thiago says they wanted to share how Theo's work has impacted a buddy's life of theirs. You can type it in the comment section.
Yeah, or my DMs. I want to hear what
Or
Alexis says quick.
yeah, or in his DMs. What's that?
I was gonna say, did you get a mustache because Prime has a mustache?
Oh my God.
I got a
Oh my
mustache
God.
because I was filming a video about Rust and I thought it'd be funny to have a mustache. And then I saw my viewership was going up because of it. Prime had talked about how having a mustache increases viewership, and he A/B tested it for a while, and it was very consistent. So I begrudgingly kept it for a bit, and my viewership's gone up like the baseline viewership's up like 60%. So it's just
Stop
like
lying.
yeah,
Stop
no,
lying.
I
You just
feel
wanted a
trapped by
mustache.
it. I did
Did
not.
You just
I
wanted
did not.
you just wanted that sweet 70s stash.
Honestly, it's a pretty sweet stash. It's a pretty sweet stash.
It's a good stash.
I got a
I
lot of
want to
mixed
know.
signals on it.
I want to understand like what the psychology is behind that, if it's even remotely true. Because if your metrics and
Fatherless
analytics,
behavior.
It just
say it
makes
again.
things stick out more.
Fuck off.
It's like the anti neckbeard.
Yeah, hold up. Alexis is trying to talk, dude.
I want to know, Theo. You should look into it. Compare your female viewers to before the stash and then.
Oh, it's up by almost double.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Fuck off. Are you serious?
To answer Jacob,
Honestly, I thought that
it's-
was more because I had other videos that were more generic, and I still believe that. Like my getting a job in tech video has one of the better like gender ratios of any video on my channel, and those are the thing that overall has definitely impacted it. But it is funny
Yeah.
to say that since I've grown the mustache, my female viewership has doubled because that's
Okay.
a true statement.
I want to hear Alexis's answer to my question then.
Oh, all I said was fatherless behavior.
Fuck. God. Okay. I just want to point out, by the way, I looked at your stats and you're only 400,000 views from 10 million.
No, I'm over 10 mil.
Yeah, he tweeted it. He got over 10 mil.
Yeah, I got over 10 mil. I got a notification of it. That's why I posted what I posted. It's 10 mil because I like this. It's almost 10 mil for the year, but it is 10 mil overall because I did have some ancient videos before I started posting tech stuff, and those videos put me
Gotcha.
over 10 mil. But like tomorrow, I will be over 10 mil for just like the 1 year window.
Wow. Your About Me page just says 9 million.6.
That might be because of unlisted videos, probably.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Congrats.
Well, I know the About Me is only your video views, not your stream views, I think. So that's going to be another big chunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of my streams got a ton of views. Like I didn't bother doing an edit for the Evan Yu interview because the VOD got 35K plays, which is fucking fine. Like if I uploaded it, that would have been good viewership in my opinion. So I leave it like that. It's nice.
Damn, yeah. 35K, 15K, 17K. Shit, dude. Fucking you're making numbers that most people hope they'll make on their like
And
very manicured uploads.
my favorite number is the watch time because my channel like it's not all really long videos, but it's a decent number of pretty long videos. So my like channel wide AVD is like 6 minutes, and the like watch hours, the number I posted in that thread that's insane to me is how many was it? It was 104 or 114 years of watch time in 1 year. So people watched my content for 114 years throughout the year. And there were individual days, like the one I posted a few days ago when I did the My Stack is Changing video. It did pretty solid viewership, but the AVD on it was like 20 fucking minutes. People watched the whole thing, so it was really well done. Like I had thought that about the video for a while, and FaZe killed it with the edit, and the pacing was just really good and watchable. He's gotten really good at my diagram videos in particular. He knows exactly how to chop them up to make them watchable. So I throw him all my diagram stuff now, and he kills it. So that video has been doing really well. And the crazy number is it got 12,258 watch hours in a day, which is about 2 years in a single day.
What's with your latest video with the 7.9%?
Oh, that's not AVD, that's the click-through rate. And that
No,
number
yeah,
doesn't
no,
matter.
Oh, it doesn't.
No,
I thought
neither of those numbers actually matter. Like specifically, if your channel's doing better, they go down, which is the unintuitive part. So you can't really read into them beyond like very, very close relationships between two videos that were similar in potential reach, engagement, time of release, and
Oh,
your
I see.
channel being at a specific point. But since my channel's in a crazy growth state, neither of those numbers mean a fucking thing right now.
Right. I see
Yeah,
your views here has like a super steady climb and starts to kind of level off a little bit at 30,000. But it still
Yeah,
looks
is like
projected to go
the
up.
base tier per day. So on a given day, if I don't post a video, the viewership of my channel on a day is about 30K.
Wow. What was
And I have
okay?
two
So
videos going viral right now, which was nice too. I have the AWS pricing one, which it had a crazy spike yesterday that calmed down a little bit, but it's still getting about 15,000 views a day. And I also have the T3 tutorial, which is like a guaranteed 4,000 a day still.
Mhm.
And My Stack is Changing, still getting 2,500 a day, which is really good too. So I have like a handful of videos that are getting consistent viewership, which is it's just like channel crack, where anytime I post a new thing now, it's going to have a bigger boost because there's already like at any given moment, there's probably 500 people watching one of my videos. So if I put out a new one, they're right there when that happens.
Holy shit, your external sites on Twitter. I wonder where your funnel starts, Theo.
But the external stats is it's such a small percentage of the total views. So if I go
Yeah,
in
I see the
here,
portion part. I see the
yeah,
portion
so it's
part.
like I don't even know how to find that tab now because I don't use it ever.
Reach, it's in Reach. Sorry, I love
Uh,
dashboards like these because like they're just nerd numbers.
Oh, you're looking for a specific video. Which video are you looking at?
Oh, I'm just 1 terabyte in 20 minutes. The DDoS one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this would have done better, to be honest.
So of the 1% of my viewership that comes from external sites, 50% came from Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I love that.
That's that's 0.5% of the viewership.
Yeah. It's 0. It'd be 0.5, wouldn't it?
It's 0.5%. So yeah, 0.5% of my viewership. So that's not even a percentage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the amount of people that you get? Like this is 216,000 impressions, and then 0.5% of that is from Twitter. So I mean, like that's most of your like Twitter following consistently goes and looks at your fucking YouTube, dude. That's a really active Twitter following.
No, you can't read it that way. This is for the views, not the impressions, because YouTube doesn't know how many impressions content gets on Twitter because they don't know when somebody scrolls past it. They only know when somebody clicks it. So
views
that
since published.
0.5% of the actual video views. So that would be
I don't talk a lot, so that's not a bash. That's just reality.
Igor wrote like a fucking poem. Igor, are you gonna share that?
It's just like realistically speaking, Igor doesn't talk much. Titanium doesn't make people laugh much. It's just the way of the world.
And just to answer that, then it wasn't a poem. It's flattering that you think it was, but it's like thoughts that I might throw in my website. I don't know yet, but maybe people will find them valuable. Don't know.
Compared to most of what Dan says and writes, most of your work is poetic.
His blog post was quite good. Like, he's not a good person, but his blog was okay.
Sorry, my Twitter failed. I don't know what roast I got.
Your blog post was good.
Oh, my blog post was good?
Thank you,
Thanks.
Alexis.
Wait,
And you smell.
wait, Theo read my blog post?
No, that was me.
No, I did not. I was thanking Alexis for translating on behalf of Igor and me, such that we didn't have to clarify anything that was said.
Holy shit, this video did really well.
Which one?
The We Fixed React one.
Yeah, that's
The
like
biggest
the
thing in
one.
React. The one. I was trying to figure out which one was like the one where you had the huge spike in subscribers.
I've had a lot of different spikes. One of the biggest ones recently was in the not the most recent, but I think the second or third most recent server components video, the one that was you don't need APIs anymore from Dan. In that one, I had a moment in it. It's like, do you know what's even easier than fetching data in your components? Subscribing to the channel. And that upsell went really well.
That's like what do they call those? And
It's a line of segue.
yeah,
Classic line of segue.
the fucking Scott Talinsky fucking segues where he's just like goes right into like an ad or whatever. That was like a
Scott Talinsky, you mean Sentry?
I mean what I said I meant.
He's joking because Sentry got or acquired Syntax FM. But yeah, my hot take on this is that subscriber upsells don't really matter because subscriptions don't matter. Like Jack Ford just replied to my tweet saying, "Oh shit, I'm not even subscribed," and he's watched like half of my videos. Being subscribed to a channel doesn't really. It's like hitting the subscribe button is the equivalent of watching 2 videos roughly decently through in terms of the impact it has on your personal algorithm. So if I can convince you to watch 2 other videos, that is way more powerful than getting you to hit that button. So I tend to lean in that direction. And since you usually get 1 upsell per video, generally speaking, it's hard to sell your viewers to do more than one thing. If that one thing is convincing you to watch another specific video, that can help my channel by getting that video more intentful viewership. And it can also help because it gets you down the rabbit hole of watching and binging my videos. And that's the best thing that can happen to a channel. is many more people binging the channel harder.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful right here. Here's the top search results that like point very much to you. React query, Vite, Next.js tutorial, Tailwind CSS, TypeScript, and Next.js. I love that like there's like other ones that have slightly smaller impacts on the search. But like they have like, why is this pointing to you type of thing. This is great.
Can you think about like a year ago where testing was probably one of the biggest ones because of the Prime Video?
It was never one of the biggest sources for me. Generally, search has never been more like even on like a good week, search is like 10% of my viewership. Like when the AI video went viral, that one had a pretty high viewership like from that. But
Yeah.
generally speaking, my viewership's 80+% recommendations. That's the only thing that matters. Like all these other things, like half of the shit that we've been talking about here are like fun numbers that are interesting to like talk about, but none of
Yep.
these are the numbers that drive the channel. The only numbers that matter are views and recommendation and impressions is the two that I look at. Like impressions is how confident is YouTube they know who the fuck to show this video to, and views is how many people are actually watching the video. Every other number is kind of a vanity metric, including subs.
Oh my god. Fireship. So channels your audience watches. Prime. The prime time. God damn it, Prime Vision.
That fucking second channel is blowing up and I'm mad.
Yeah, that second channel, I watched that shit every day, and I wasn't even so like YouTube just
Same.
gave me that shit.
That's my
Oh,
issue.
this
Is, like
is
I also watch all
amazing.
of them. So the funny thing here is I used to do much more content. I was like that where I would just chop moments from my stream and make quick videos out of them. Prime was the one who gave me shit and said, stop doing that. Do more focused videos. It will help you a ton. So I begrudgingly did. It helped a decent bit, but I've like fucked my workflow until I found a balance that I like. And now he's doing exactly what I started doing. And it's working very well. And I'm just like, God fucking damn it. But it's fine. We're figuring out some really cool collab stuff, and I'm pumped that he has like a place to use that energy and finally like is putting out an amount of content that it reflects the amount of content his audience wants to consume, because he's been way too focused on the streams and the produced videos and not on the thing that is in between, which is the value he brings on stream. And I'm probably too far the other way, but it's nice that he's fucking finally finding a balance.
Ryan
do you think
Carniato's here.
Cool. Do you think hi Ryan. Do you think he would do well on TikTok?
No.
Fuck.
I've been seeing Prime on my TikTok.
I don't agree with that though.
I like Prime pops up on my TikTok and like him and Ben, and I don't watch that content there.
I feel like he could do really well if he got like the right types of videos on TikTok, because
Yeah, like
I'm watching It's Worth It, like his intro to this new YouTube channel, and it's like it feels like a really funny fucking TikTok.
yeah, like his like HR skits and stuff. Those are like I would eat that on TikTok. Like I would watch that.
The thing about TikTok is you have to be able to think in TikTok, and my hot take there is it's really hard to succeed on TikTok if you're not down to edit them yourself, and he just isn't. Like he won't do that. He will not open a video editor, and that's fine. That's just how he is. Like OBS is his video editor, and then Flip is the one who has to deal with it from there, and that's fine. He has a workflow that works for him, and I've given up on challenging him on it. But man, like if you're down to actually sit there and make the TikToks, that's when stuff can happen. One of my good friends, Bloody, and I was going to bring her up earlier, she's a Pokemon YouTuber that's getting really popular right now. She just this morning she'd been practicing for 2 weeks to go 1v1 in Pokemon VGC against Wolfie Glick, the 2-time world champion for the Pokemon VGC, and beat him 2-0. And it was super fucking hype. She slaughtered, and I'm so proud of her. I'm bringing her up because we had a challenge at the beginning of the year. Her YouTube channel was starting to grow pretty quick. She was at like 8K subs at the time, had a few videos going viral, and was going to take it really seriously this year. And the deal was, or the bet, I forgot what we even bet on. I think I have to get a tattoo or something if she wins, but the bet was who's gonna am I gonna hit 200K subs, or is she gonna hit 100K subs first? And I made the mistake of no longer upselling subs, which absolutely caused my subscriptions to plateau, which was fine because my viewership was still going up. She pulled a 20K sub month in March, so now I have to ask people to sub again because I don't want to fucking do whatever I bet, and I need to win. But yeah, the only reason I'm asking for subscribers is because of a fucking Pokemon YouTuber I'm friends with challenging me to this dumb bet.
By
Do
the
you
way,
remember what
she
you bet?
pops up on my recommendations a lot.
Oh, who is it? I'll sub to her. I'll unsub to you.
It's Bloody, like she does Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Like I remember that at some point I think you rated her or something, right? Like
Yep.
she pops up on my TikTok and YouTube. Oh,
She's
all the
killing TikTok right now, and that's why I originally brought her up. Is she cracked the algorithm so fucking hard because she found a content format that fit better in shorts than longs, and committed to sitting there and recording a bunch of them, planning them out, spending a bunch of money to have custom art made for them and shit, and like having a strategy, scheduling it months ahead, and having like a TikTok get automatically posted on her TikTok account every day for the next 3 months. She goes so fucking ham, and that's why it worked. And Prime will never fucking do that.
yeah, and now she's farming Wolfie, so she's going to get everyone from like the Pokemon audience.
Wait,
fucking beat him 2-0 in a VGC
Right?
Modern Rules Smash. Like, what? What? I'm so hyped for her. She called me this afternoon, like, almost in tears. It was the cutest thing ever.
But do you know like Freezai? He did a lot of Pokemon Showdown, and now he's trying to get into the worlds. Like he's traveling a lot, and it's fucking heartbreaking when he like doesn't get to top 8. Like
Yeah, the grind in Pokemon right now is insane.
Oh, it looks like Anthony Shu left and wanted me to talk about running workers that connect with databases, self-hosted resources, third-party APIs. So sign up here, blah, 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 to get access to smart placement beta on our new feature that automatically moves workers to your optimal location to help speed up your applications. Yay. Yeah, so, I mean, I could talk about it, but it's kind of like, I mean, there's going to be blog posts and essentially there's going to be a thing where you could set this thing called smart placement. You could set it in your workers, and like essentially it will like try to determine where the traffic is, like where the say where your data is coming from the most, and where the traffic is that is requesting that data the most, and try to place the worker on the metal that's closest to those basically to those two things, right? There's going to be other features as well that that's the main one. That's going to be the main thing. Is it's just going to be trying to optimize the route, right, from the database to the user, and place the worker closest to the metal.
On the earlier topic of like why layer 1 is the big winner, this is why. If anyone even tried to compete at layer 1, if like Cloudflare has this network and is smart enough now to, in a couple requests, figure out where the fuck they should be serving your edge functions from, it would be so hard for anyone else to catch up to that. And it's also like a really awesome technology that pretty much everyone should have running if they're running on edge. And if it, or like Cloudflare figures this out and lets companies like Vercel use it, then yeah, they should have to, and they should have to pay more money for it. And Cloudflare can keep making more money by helping people make faster applications.
Well, actually, now that you're you have an NDA with Vercel, I can tell you shit.
Oh yeah, you can.
So
Yeah.
can we just talk about the blatant theft here with Alexis stealing my one emoji name trend?
do you think you want something?
Stole it from Alexis, or stole it from Dan.
Like Suit was
It
the
stole
one
it-
guy with the
stole it
emoji.
from, yeah. stole it from fucking Mushroom over here.
I'm not talking about who I stole it
I've
from.
been
I'm talking about who
pseudo
stole it
anonymous
from
on
me.
this. Christian actually doxed me last Code in Life, so
sorry.
No, actually, like Jacob did this on LinkedIn. Y'all are
I
stealing
invented
from
this.
him.
And if
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember
Dude, I
correctly,
forgot
you
your
were
actual
you were
name.
Baby Theo earlier in the space.
Yeah, baby. Oh, shut up.
I shortened my name to just Baby Emoji. We don't have to have
Jacob, you should kick him. You should kick him.
Yeah.
Dan, I don't think Baby Emoji is a good brand for you. And, like,
Why?
I think I'm the only one here. Like, who cares? So
What do you
I just
mean?
wanted to clarify to Sue that I'm doing my part to not accidentally dox him. I forgot your name, so we're good.
That's
Igor,
the goal.
Are you telling me that people care about my regular name, but they don't care about this cute emoji?
I don't care about either.
no, I'm the emoji part's fine. Like one emoji tweets are amazing and all that, but baby is not. Baby's not. It's not it.
So what emoji would you want?
The writing hand. That
is so lame.
I own that one. I can give you that one. I own it, but you can have it.
I don't do NFTs. I do baby emojis.
I agree with that statement. Like, not NFTs, Igor. No.
No, never. Of course.
There are like numbers that are emojis, right? Could you like the number 2?
I can do that. 1 sec.
I can't because I'm verified, so.
Imagine like paying $8 just so your threads are fucked up and you lose them.
Yeah, paying 5 or however much it costs so that I don't have to worry about people fucking impersonating me like 6 of you have.
So why did we choose the number 2?
True.
Out of 10.
But like, I got a 3 out of 10 yesterday, so I don't know why I'm downgraded all of a sudden.
Well, then you might want to reflect on the last day.
Can you guess what's going to be the number tomorrow?
Hey, do we have any Discord bot experts in our community, Theo, that I can
like
harass?
7, 2 of which are like my favorite humans. I'll put you in touch with Panley soon. She's incredible.
That'd be great because I am getting really pissed off at some of these bugs.
Yeah, this is her thing. She's the one who builds all of my. Normally I go to her. I was honestly just kind of waiting for you guys to get frustrated and give up, so I could just pay her like I did for Ping.
No. I still want to finish this. I just also.
I know. I get it. I've heard it for 6 months now. I understand, but I will just pay Panley and the problems will go away. If I pay her to help you versus pay her to help me, it doesn't matter. As long as I give money to Panley, the problems tend to disappear. It's a really nice pattern.
By the way, huge thanks to Theo for paying me for my content. He is an early investor in the new enterprise of Dan emoji content, and I'm super thankful. It's going to pay off.
Theo, can you do that like dick investor move where you like beg for your money back? Is that possible?
I haven't. No, I can't because I haven't given him anything actually.
Oh, okay. I get it. You're modest. You don't want to talk about it in public. It's fine.
This is literally illegal. Like, I am a scout for an actual firm. You can't do this. This is actually against the law.
I didn't say you're representing anyone. I'm saying it's your own personal money.
Theo, you don't want to join A11Y in investing in Dan?
I have become the CEO of A11Y. It's amazing. I invest in all the best 11D apps.
I'd prefer to not have to come out against A11Y.
I was legitimately just waiting for Theo to like DM me to kick Dan, and it didn't happen, and I was surprised.
Fine, I'll DM you 1 sec to kick me 1 sec. 1 sec.
DM.
There we go.
How much? Oh no, there's two of them for me. That's worse.
Oh, Alexis's name is Fire. He's a real one.
Okay, not all of you need to DM me. Okay.
That is the funniest thing you could have said right now.
Is the DDoS guy here? I think he can like throw some DMs at Jacob.
You know what? The more
He
you
hasn't
say
started
that,
DDoSing
Eagle,
since the video came out. I'm proud.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to taunt him and make him do it more.
honestly, I'm gonna say this. The more you say things to Igor, the more I think you or some of your friends are doing this. Okay. Are you DDoSing?
So I'm
Theo?
sorry for gendering my hacker. I cannot imagine a woman who is angsty, angry, bored, and has that much like computation power. Most women are better than that.
Burn. All right. So, all right. I'll let you back up, Dan.
Wait, you actually kicked him?
I just want to say that he kicked me to the better section because I
Do you think he would have been quiet for that long if he wasn't kicked?
I was in the Ryan Carniato section. Me and Ryan were hitting it up in the listeners, and then I got bored of Ryan and decided to come back.
Oh shit! That reminds me. I need to go add Ryan to the Magic the Gathering arena. Hold on.
Stop.
So there's this crazy thing Ryan does where like when he opens his mouth to say things, it's like valuable. And there's this thing you do where you open your mouth and it's like the opposite of value somehow. Like it removes value from the room. So I get why you guys would like work well together. It's like a counterbalance.
Yeah, it's like yin and yang.
We gave this effect a name. It's called the Dan Juten effect.
It's like yin and anti-yin. Because yang is a value of its own, and this isn't that. It's like just like yin but inverse.
I think we're going to change the Dan effect from 80% force multiplier to 20% force multiplier.
Hey Dan, I have to ask you: at what point did you decide that you're like, I just want my life in this community and all these communities I'm attached to be a constant, nonstop roast? I just want to know when that was like the moment you were like, yeah, this seems like a good idea.
It's just Twitter. It's like let's be clear. It's just the spaces in which I interact with Theo. My goal is to get roasted by him, like in the best way possible.
So Twitter and Twitch and Discord.
When you came onto my Twitch stream to roast me, it made my fucking month.
I didn't realize, is that what triggered all this when I showed up in your Twitch stream and I was like, yo, what VS Code theme are you using? And since then it's been a downward spiral, like I got you hooked.
I was
fucked.
Bro, what is this like a kink, Dan?
No comment.
The silence is deafening.
This explains so much. And I'm doing my best to stay balanced because like now I have like an alt that I use again to go like insane on. So
I actually much prefer Unicorn Cat to Theo. My new kink is all about Unicorn Cats.
Understandable. Unicorn Cat's a fucking baller. I can't endorse anything he says though. He's a dumbass.
Oh my god. Is not Theo really you, Theo?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, what happened to the not Theo account?
We got really bored. We had like a group chat with 12 people in it, and we just got bored.
Dan just outed himself so hard.
I know everyone in it. I know Dev started it. I know everything now.
Wait, who told you?
Dev. Do you think you can keep a fucking secret?
Wasn't it kind of obvious that it was Dev though?
Yeah, it was.
It was not as obvious as y'all seem to think it was, because like it could like he was obviously involved to some capacity, like no shit. But I thought Ben was more involved, honestly. I thought it was mostly Ben with y'all assisting him, but it being Dev primarily makes sense for why the joke quality went down so fast.
Wait, do you know all the people that were involved?
I got a screenshot at some point.
Oh man.
I believe
Damn
I
it,
was.
Jeff.
I believe I was the one that invited you, Jacob.
Was I
Yep.
in this group? I think I was.
Yep. Yep. Y'all decided to do it in Nate's server, which upset me, but it's okay. We're all still
Oh,
friends.
that's why I'm. That's how
Oh
I got
yeah.
invited to there.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all can't be that surprised that in a group of my fans who are agreeing to mutually troll me, there isn't at least one snitch.
Let's be fair.
I
Theo.
trusted y'all. though.
Let's be fair. I legitimately went up to you and said, "Is this something that's bothering you?" And you said no, and I said that I'm not telling you shit.
Of course, it didn't bother me at all. It's just funny that even though it didn't bother me, like somebody would say, like, "Do you want to see?" I'd be like, "No," and they'd be like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Eh, not really." They're like, "Are you sure?" It's like it's easier to say yes than to keep saying no.
Are you
Y'all
sure?
were
Are
fucking
you sure?
desperate. Like, why? Did anyone say anything?
Because
I'm trying to not be
if
mean to fans that aren't causing problems, so I won't talk about it further.
yeah,
Okay.
so from my perspective, Igor, it's pretty simple. If it was something that was harmful to Theo in any way, like he was just like, yeah, this is really bugging me. I can't shake it. Then I would absolutely, I would absolutely protect my friend over some fucking stupid trolling.
It's
Yeah.
very, it's very hard to actually piss Theo off. I've tried. You basically have to like legitimately threaten his ego, and that's quite hard to do. Or you have to go into his comments and talk about PHP.
I don't know. I'm kind to the PHP people for the most part. It's this like
like it's just saying Flutter, and it works.
yeah, no excuse for the Flutter people. There's no defending them.
I mean, I literally DDoS Theo, and he's still not upset. So
Yeah. There was a few times that I think I specifically was just like, y'all might want to throttle back a little bit here, with some of these ideas because it was getting a little
The real way to
out
piss
of
Theo
hand.
off is to ban him from your movie.
Ban him from your. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not allowed to come to the watch party, Theo.
Oh no, I'm not invited to a thing I don't care about. What am I gonna do?
What? What was there's like a bunch of it was Trash's server. Never mind. I was confusing the servers. There was like a bunch of people that were watching.
When they all copied Trash.
Yeah, well, no, it was everybody was watching like animes or something together in one of the Discord servers. I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, fucking nerds.
I figured out that if you go into Theo's Theocrat server and just start telling people to go into the voice chat, they listen, and we had like 15 people in there. It was amazing.
Holy shit, this is funny. Hold on. Alexis put this together. Yeah, Alexis put this together, and I put it in the Jumbotron. This is amazing.
I had it in the Jumbotron. Like when
Oh,
you
it's already
when you guys
Bizarre.
were making the joke, I like was already in pain, like throwing that up.
Okay, I know Ryan is not paying
This is
attention,
very good.
so Ryan, you might want to pay attention to this one.
It's amazing.
Beautiful. To go back to an earlier vibe without going back to the topic in order to separate the two, something I've noticed that will clarify the confusion we all just felt is that I don't have the right way to put this without just being like annoying. Like people like getting attention from people they look up to. And most people don't care too much about the method in which they get that attention, which is how we end up with an Igor who quietly makes the clips that power my video editors to figure out when the best moments of my streams were. And we have Dan, who does whatever the fuck Dan does. And these are opposite
Polar
ways
opposites.
to get the attention of someone like me. And for better or worse, it seems to benefit both of them equally. So here we are.
so unfair for Igor.
Yes.
I think that was
Speaking
a
of
really
which,
uncharitable take
Igor,
towards Igor.
Mark also yelled at me for not paying you enough, and it's not my fault. So please ask us for more money next time. And I thought I told you not to document every fucking hour and exactly what you did. We don't care. Just put down a number.
The best part about this is both me and Igor got paid by you. It's just one of us doesn't. You don't talk about it.
Igor,
Again, this is actually illegal because this is being paid through my company as an employee.
What is happening?
Igor is doing good work and Dan shit posting as per usual.
Oh, okay. Stop it, Dan. Also, you probably want to stop breaking the law in a public place with like a lot of people listening.
Let Igor talk. He will literally never cut anybody off, so he'll literally never speak.
I do cut people off, and I'm sorry. I'm trying not to.
I don't care.
Do it more. We want to hear from you more.
It's so polite. Just I'm sorry. We want to hear from you.
Am I the new Jacob? People just keep complimenting me.
I mean, you can put your hand up. I'll allow you to be like one of the few people that just puts their hand up for no fucking good reason. But you could do it if it makes you
I
feel
was
better.
going to make another joke, but I realized it'd be too complimentary to Igor, so I decided not to.
Yeah, I'll call on you and everything, buddy. I'll be like, oh yeah, there you go. That's Igor. You can speak.
I was just pissed that y'all even compare me to them. So, yeah.
That was super uncharitable of you, Theo. Like this guy like works for you, treats you super well, and you compare him to me.
Now you're roasting yourself.
I will take this L with pride.
I can't.
If I trip and Dan drowns, then so be it.
Oh.
I just think it's kind of like lowering your level to be putting that much effort into burning someone like them. But
I mean, you keep trying to burn me.
Let's be real though. Like if I hurt my toe, if I hurt my toe and like Dan lost a limb, I'd be kicking the fucking wall like mad right now.
Yeah, I mean, Igor, you keep trying to burn me, which is like about equivalent of Theo trying to burn Dan. Like you keep lowering yourself.
True. I'm sorry. I tried to be funny by roasting you. Sorry, but yeah.
Jesus, that was the funniest roast of the night. Shut the fuck up.
Why are you apologizing? Oh my god.
Yeah, do you know, one of the fun things I've had to learn in my career is specifically when this particular archetype, the like actually funny and really valuable but too nice person appears, and having to like expend some amount of like their emotional like capacity to yell at them that they need to just take things more. And it's such a weird dynamic that I've now been in a few times as like a manager and a like HM and like person that leads recruiting in a lot of ways, of like beating it into people where their value is, to the point where it has to be aggressive or it doesn't work. And it's interesting that I end up in this position a lot. And I am sorry I have to beat you up so much, Igor, but yeah, it's for your good, and now I can do it in a way that the community can see it a bit too, which I think is also very valuable.
That sounds good. Like I thank you. That's very valuable, but out of context, that sounded so wrong.
I hate that you always have the fucking clip brain of how can you ruin me with a 30-second cut, but I appreciate you greatly for it.
Igor, I'll pay you whatever Theo pays you plus $5 to edit Theo to only say what I want him to say.
I don't think I can match them.
Shit. Damn, that was like not even a burn and it still burned.
This is great. I'm getting burned by multiple people now. Everyone join in. This is going to be fun.
He says that as like a single tear rolls down his cheek.
And I need to be very clear, I am not fucking around, Igor. Like, at least 30% higher next time. The number of hours you're actually sitting down working is not the hours you bill for contracting. It's the amount of hours you're vaguely thinking about the thing that you don't feel too terrible about putting down on the paper. If it ends up being too much, we can talk about it, but we'll have a conversation if it gets there. Fucking charge us money.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not used to working with people like you that are actually nice, you know.
So what I'm trying to teach you here is both like you can work with people who are nice, but also when you hit a certain level of value, you get to define the terms now.
True.
And what I'm trying to do here is raise your bar to where you should hold yourself for any and all future employers, because you know what it's like to have someone who actually gets it and how much better your work can be. And when you go to someone and you're like, hey, I could waste my time documenting all of these details and meticulously crafting every single hour, or you can trust me and I'll make you something good. What do you want to do? If they ever say the first one, you just don't work with them.
It's very funny that that's actually kind of a choice now because it wasn't before. Like saying no to work is weird.
For me. There's no role for me here. I'm gonna leave.
No, I can burn you like every other sentence.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. Every for every like compliment.
She has the best jokes for Dan.
No, I was gonna actually say, look at what Sooth posted. I put it up on the Jumbo.
All right.
What the fuck?
That's even better.
He just fucking stopped
Okay,
it.
Ryan, you need to come back and look at this one.
That's amazing. I mean, that's probably actually more accurate. What? All right. So, Igor, question: you are looking up the market value for what you're doing at like a high degree of expertise and
so to be clear, the issue
high
right now
level?
isn't the hourly rate. The issue is that he doesn't charge enough hours.
Okay, so the hourly rate, and then he's what, like cutting himself severely short, is what you're saying?
He is meticulously detailing where each like half hour is spent, and it doesn't matter. Like when I bill hourly and it's not literal like meeting time at my high rate, like my highest tier rate, I will usually bill like if I am doing some work and like sharing info on Discord with them and stuff, I'll bill that double usually. But it's like not like literally double, like I'm 2xing this number to like rob them of money. It's more like in order for me to have the convo on Discord, I had to think about this thing randomly throughout the day. I might have sat down for half an hour and looked into it a bit more, but I like put these things on the burner, and about 2 hours of my like brain's activity was reserved for this thing. Even if I'm only DMing you for 10 minutes and I'm sitting there researching for 30, I'm going to put down 2 hours.
Igor, just treat it like a part-time job. Figure out basically how much you work per week and charge that. Don't waste your time figuring out where the hours go.
I'm trying to get out of the habit of figuring out where hours went because that was what I learned. Okay, like that was my first throwing hours at Tio. Okay, I'm taking the feedback. Before that was shitty consultancy
and to be clear,
for IBM.
This isn't me trying to like shout at you for doing this wrong. This is me taking the opportunity to explain to the 70 plus people here who might do contract work in the future that you should have a high bar. And it's a very convenient opportunity that the person who literally won Best Content Farm of 2022 has found a whole new method for me to content farm. And I appreciate you greatly for it.
There's like this trauma aspect too. Like Igor's first job was like some asshole who wanted an invoice with every detail of every minute. My first job was working for a professor who was trying to like rob our department of money, and she was like, "Dude, just charge whatever the fuck you want to the department."
I worked for a contract company, and it was very much like there was a timesheet that I had to fill out for the company I worked for, and then the timesheet I had to fill out for the client, and like both of them had to be like extremely meticulous, as well as on top of that they were different, right? So like one of them wanted like the meticulous information about certain things, and then the other one wanted meticulous information about the project and stuff that you're working on in the project. So it ended up being like triple the work.
It's crazy how like every time you say something about the contract work you did, it applies to me. Like in the previous spaces, it happened as well. But like at my last job, it was exactly this. Like every Friday, I had to like take 1 or 2 hours just to bill my fucking hours.
Yeah,
It was
that
weird.
was near the end of the month. We all joked that it was pretty much like as we got close to the deadline for the timesheets, that we basically would just spend an entire day, like all of the contractors would just be like, all right, today we got to do the timesheets, and we just end up burning an entire day all like trying to get our timesheets done so that they would be approved. Which is super funny to me because it's like, they're like, what did you what did you spend on these days, on the project, blah blah, and it's like filling out this stupid fucking timesheet.
One more important point I want to make about this before I forget is that it's way easier to lower the number of hours you bill than to raise them. So always start with the higher number, and most places will give you the feedback of, hey, I feel like I should have gotten more for these hours, or hey, I feel like this is a high number of hours for what we got, at which point you can lower the number. It's much harder to raise the number.
Dax has really good contracting advice that I took for my next contract. He just bills a flat number per week. I think that's really smart. That's what I'm doing.
Maybe sometime like right now, I don't think I'm in the situation where I can do that because my time is very sporadic.
And we aren't either because our needs are very sporadic. So that depends a lot in a lot of situations, especially for design. I find that design and design like work of almost all forms tends to be much more flex than something like even dev work.
Can we talk about that designer who goes viral on Twitter for like selling his time at like Theo level rates, and like he keeps trying to promote like his thing as something everyone can do? Do you know what I'm talking about? He's like a one-man agency, and that's his shtick. All right.
There's this thing that he builds fast and he does like a lot of portfolio stuff.
Oh, do you know who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to figure out if I know.
I have to like find him. I don't know. Jess gave me a thumbs down, which either means she doesn't know who I'm talking about or she wants me to shut up about him.
I don't
Oh,
know who
before
you're
I
talking
forget,
about.
Alexis, are you actually down for Minecraft? Am I setting this up? It's gonna be so bad for like my company, but I would really
Let's
like to get a
go.
Minecraft server. You want this too, Igor?
Igor, I don't remember you being invited. No, I'm just kidding.
I remember you mentioned me on the tweet. Okay.
No, I know. No, it's okay. You could come. We could put our beds to each other.
I'm married. I'm sorry. I'm married.
I found the guy.
He's married to the grind.
I think even Jess would agree that this guy is a grifter. He sells courses. His name is Brett at Design Joy, and like he sells courses on how to do what he does. Like he doesn't just do what he does anymore. He sells courses on how to run a one-man agency, and meanwhile he gets like tweets that he hides from clients that are very upset about the services he provides.
My favorite way to know when a market has dried up is when all the biggest people in it stop actually doing the thing that the market was for and start selling courses on how to do it, because that means they can no longer make money doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have like one tutorial on T3 stuff and no courses.
I have no idea why you wanted me to speak, Jacob, but no, but I can't speak for very long, and no, I don't know, Dan, who that designer is, and I do want to know. So, I don't know. Feel free to talk about it or send it in my DMs. I'm kind of curious. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off speaker.
I'm gonna DM you.
On the topic of grifty designers, I'll defend Dan Petty, I think's his name. I'm sure Igor will correct me. He's really rad
See ya, Jess.
and does sell things sometimes, but also gives them away for free all the time. He's pretty solid.
Yeah. Also, to answer Jess's question, I let you up because Dan kept speaking about you as you were you knew who this person was. So I hoped you had the answer. Thanks for coming up, even though you can only stay up for a short time.
And on the Dan Petty stuff, like he actually gives amazing advice on jobs and that kind of stuff. So it's I think it's fine.
Yes, we should have a Minecraft server.
No.
But not if everybody
Alexis?
in Theoland can join. Then
Oh
no.
fuck. Okay, so this is
it's going to be
this-
a very, very small set of people that we actually like.
Say this is the
then
problem.
You guys are going to fuel my addiction. So.
Yeah, this is the problem. What's happening right now is like I accidentally got Ryan back into Magic the Gathering way too hard, and now
I was wondering why the solid release cadence quieted down.
oh, stop it, Theo! You're giving me a panic attack, dude. And now Alexis is sucking Theo back into Minecraft. These are not good things.
Again with the really bad clip moment.
Oh my god! I'm gonna just not talk ever again.
I'm so, y'all were so happy that I cannot.
God fucking damn it! God
Should
damn
we
it!
bring up the 15-year-olds in Theo's DMs again?
Fuck off!
Can you kick Dan this time for real?
Yes. Bye, Dan. Okay, so yeah, that Igor, buddy, don't.
I was the
clip
one who said that.
Just don't clip that.
I usually don't like when it's stuff like this. I send a message first asking for.
You have my you have my implicit consent, Igor.
Yeah, exactly. Like usually, you just say if you think you should clip it, clip it. Someone will.
Bro, Dan in the crowd is killing me right now.
Like he can't stop.
Theo, should we do a Minecraft seed and have objectives?
Is the
No, he didn't say.
No. The more you add goals to it, the more I will treat it like my job, and we have to ship a really big thing by May 1st. So I would like it to be casual vanilla until we have launched, at which point, yes, we
All
can
in.
have a lot of fun doing crazy bullshit.
Vanilla. So lame.
And by the time you come back, I will have the perimeter. I just want you to know that.
Jacob.
Oh my god.
The server will be named the DFC, the Dan Free Zone. It only has one rule, and it appears the space is now following the rule as well.
The rule has two exceptions: only Dan's and Dan Abramov. Okay.
No, it only has one exception, Dan Abramov.
Yeah, that's great.
Imagine the video. Dan Abramov joined by Minecraft server.
God, I just realized the idea of a fake Theo channel, but actually clickbait, where the titles are just lies, would be really funny. That's in the style of my titles.
where it's like every database is causing cancer. Or in this case, Dan Abramov joined my Minecraft server. Or like React is spaghetti.
That last one, I think you already made.
God fucking damn it.
What's happening?
Joking about making another channel where it's like my titles, but actually just entirely clickbait, just nothing to do with what the video actually is.
Gotcha.
That could be your TikTok, though.
TikToks don't have titles.
But they do have like that big subtitle that you get when you like just scrolling, because that's the only way
And I
to get
can't
people's
change that
attention.
every couple of days when it's not good.
God damn it. True.
Do you know how much I abuse that? How often I change the
I
titles of my
know.
shit? I don't
I
know
am.
anymore because the bot that I've been paying a bunch of money for broke, and I need to bug Soulmore to fucking fix it. But he's too busy making content because I seeded him to make videos. Big mistake, by the way. I've learned this lesson the hard way. Don't pay your important engineers to make content because then they're too busy to fix the things that you're relying on them to build. Especially if you don't have the fucking source code.
That's hilarious. I mean,
It's like the bus factor, but the bus is YouTube.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it really is.
That needs to be a thumbnail at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh, that explains everything. What? I don't know. I've run out of shit to talk about. What are we here? Why are we here?
We're not. We're gonna go on Minecraft.
Minecraft. That's right. You're doing Minecraft.
no,
I
I
have
can't.
Minecraft, but I can't. I don't think that's. I'm not invited. I'm not inviting myself. I'm uninviting myself, even if I wasn't invited. All right.
You have children, like playing Minecraft with your children. It's kind of fun, right?
I do. I do have a kid, and I do play Minecraft with them.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I
Thanks for the tip, Igor.
Was that sarcastic?
I don't know. Was it?
Real talk though, would you rob your kids of
God.
the opportunity to play Minecraft with dad so you could play it with fucking losers like us?
Okay.
If it does, we should kick him.
Okay.
That's
So to be clear, my kid's asleep. Probably around the times that you are all planning on playing this, because we are not healthy human beings, and we are up in unholy hours of the night. So yeah, that's I would most definitely be able to play. I don't know.
It is
one of
not
those
my
games that
fault that the code comes out easiest between midnight and 4 a.m., okay?
if we tried to deploy Minecraft on Cloudflare, would your answer change?
Okay. See, now you're trying to nerd snipe me with a completely different thing. This isn't about playing Minecraft now.
Minecraft on the edge?
Stop it.
Someone made Minecraft on Lambda, so
Lambdas aren't. God damn it, Igor! Lambdas aren't on the edge.
yeah, no, it's just the next step.
This is why he's challenging you. Because lambdas aren't the edge, Jacob. So now you need to make it work on edge. If edge is really better than lambda, then why can't we play Minecraft on?
Can you fit Java virtual machine on Lambda? On Edge?
I don't
With
think
enough
so.
stuffing.
Yeah, I can make it work.
with enough workers. You know how like people have managed to fit the Wii into Game Boy sized handhelds because there's the like point at which you can like cut the board in half and run like 6 traces. Think like that, but for infrastructure and virtual machines, and you can probably get a Java virtual machine running on Edge.
Right, so we get every chunk on an Edge function.
This
Right.
sounds awful. This sounds like a terrible idea.
That's
I'm thinking you
Any
just put the world
earlier.
in
Java
KV.
virtual machine
Wait,
is
no.
crazy.
Wait. Durable objects. It's perfect.
Damn, just casually.
Jacob,
Oh man, I wish you heard what Sue said.
earlier, you
Just
said
casually
like,
go up to 10
if
times speed.
someone says it's a terrible idea, you should probably do it because that's where innovation happens, or something like that. Like that came out of your mouth. So
Okay, important question, Jacob. As the like Cloudflare person, durable objects pretty stable. Like they persist data like reliably, right? You don't have to worry about the data going anywhere.
Correct.
Do they handle TNT okay? I'm sorry. That was so bad, but that was so good.
You're all deeply like I am in pain right now. Like, what is happening? Okay.
can we make like one of those Minecraft CPUs, but it
I've never
does HTTP
okay.
requests to
Okay,
something?
I've never. Hold on, Igor. Hold on. I've never, on a serious note, I've never hosted a Minecraft server. Theo, I know that you have spent an inordinate amount of your life doing such a thing. What does it take to host a Minecraft server? Because I'm curious that you fuckers nerd snipe me. I'm curious, like, could parts of it actually be put on the edge? There's probably no value in it whatsoever, but now I'm curious.
A Java virtual machine and a dedicated port.
That's all it is?
Yep.
Literally 10-year-olds host servers on Minecraft.
Actually, 6-year-olds make Lamborghini money hosting Minecraft.
I'm just gonna throw out there, Alexis, that you're making a bold assumption that I am somehow better at programming than these children.
I didn't
But
know how
I
to
appreciate
code.
that.
In fact, one of the coolest things about learning Minecraft early is I had to learn Git pretty early in order to like get fresh builds and shit. So I was pretty competent at Git before I ever wrote code, which was dope because I never in my life have lost code. I one time had changes to a repo I forgot to push on one laptop and I brought a different laptop on a trip and I've been beating myself up about it since, but I've literally never once lost code that I needed.
That's what's up.
It's just like a thought I don't like. Like the idea of having code I know exists that I wrote and not being able to get it because it's gone because I overwrote it or deleted it or like did something bad. I don't like that idea. So I just optimize workflow so I never have it. And it's made my learning journey much less scary and much more excited for failure, which is cool. But it also makes me much more hateful and spiteful of anything stateful because state is permanent. And it is unfun if you make a mistake on something like your database schema. So systems, like I guess I'm turning this into a sponsor plug accidentally. PlanetScale's fucking revert button is the best stress relief I've ever had. We've only needed it once. We didn't even need it that bad, but it was good that we had it. Like the ability to like parallel write to your original database schema and the one that you just deployed. And if something was wrong in the one you just deployed, you can seamlessly revert back to the other one is just stupid. It's dumb that like I lived without that before and I have so much less stress and can just fail forward and enjoy it.
Fail forward. I love that. I love that saying. Dan's back and wants to speak.
TLDR, safety nets, TM, trademarked.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting ready to close this space, and I'm debating if I should like let Dan up.
I mean, that's one way to close the space because I will leave. I'm sure Alexis will leave, and I'm guessing if we go start a Minecraft server, Igor will come with us. So, yeah, if you want to let up Dan, that's an option to end it.
Okay.
All right. Well, in all seriousness, Dan, I don't know why you want to come back up, anyways.
There is nothing serious about Dan. You cannot say those words that close.
Touche. We talked about most of the comments in the comment section. All right, that leaves us for plugs of the day. Theo, you already plugged Planet Scale.
Yeah. File thing coming soon. Very excited. Prime and I have pretty formally agreed that we're doing a podcast now, so that's coming soon too. Be hyped for that. I'm pretty fucking hyped for that. So yeah. What else? Yeah, those are the things. File thing coming soon.
Dan just sent me a DM. I'll roast you like a mushroom. I'm scared. Oh wait, no, that's his tweet. I'm scared.
What?
Guys, I think he can speak, but I think it's like glitched out.
No, I haven't let him up. So Christian, do you have anything to plug? Plugs, not topics.
No.
Okay. I half expected you to just start talking about that topic from yesterday because that would have been hilarious.
What?
Alexis, never mind. We're moving on. Alexis, you have anything to plug besides your Minecraft server?
Oh damn it, you beat me to it. I was gonna say Minecraft.net and Postgres docs.
Alexis, do you know Bash?
like Get Bash, like Bash.
No, Bash
No.
Bunny, the
Bash
streamer.
Bunny, I
and
No, I don't like watch a lot of streamers.
she's one of the she's the person who plays games with Prime and me all the time, and she's a very legit Golang engineer, so a pretty legit engineer overall, like willing to suffer a lot.
Oh, okay, per. Is she gonna be
Yeah, she's great.
our what's it called? Our server?
No, I just think that you guys should be friends because she also is like a streamer and like deep in like the game streaming in the past and is a pretty legit programmer, and I think y'all would just get along. So I'll be introducing you to.
So I was
appreciate
also thinking Bash Money, but I was also thinking Psychotic because I like get the same vibe.
Yes,
Psychotic.
they are so different. You have to understand. Bash and I together worship Psychotic. Like her and I are on like Soy and I are on one level, Bash and I are on one level, and Soy is above us, just like looking down and laughing as though she is below us because she's just fucking confused and memeing all the time. I love her so much, but she is beyond what any of us are capable of.
Yeah,
Bash and I
fair.
just pretend that we make good content, and people seem to fall for it sometimes.
All right. Yes, amazing women in tech. Igor, do you got anything to plug?
Yeah, I posted a comment at Zenodesk project that I really like, and like Psychic.verse out of that. It's an Odesk book. Like, go read it. It's a nice experience, I think.
Okay,
That's
this
the
is
only
not
thing I have to plug.
it's not sick pics, dog. You plug something to yourself. You got like a website. You got like a.
This is
That's
his.
mine.
He made it,
That's
and it's
mine.
really good. He put a shitload of work into it. It's so cool.
Wait, it's his?
It's mine.
Yes.
I made it.
Hold on, I gotta look at this now.
I didn't write like the 1,000-year-old book, but I made a site.
Dan started his own space and DMs me and go.
Igor's not selling this as cool as he should, so I'm going to instead. There was a bunch of old texts that were really hard to find. Like there were some crappy PDFs online, and there wasn't an easy place to read them. So he made one of the coolest like in-browser like reading experiences just as a place to serve these specific texts.
That's pretty epic. Yeah. All right, everybody, go check that out. I'm gonna retweet it too, because what's this? Enhance.dev, the HTML first full stack web framework.
The guy who made that's kind of weird.
I mean, the website is weird as fuck. I like it
Yeah,
because it's so weird.
I actually like the aesthetic of the site a lot. I just think the dude who runs it's a bit of an annoying asshole. He subtweets Prime and me all the time because we do content in like JavaScript sometimes. He's a little annoying. It sucks. I used to really like him, but he's just doesn't seem to like to keep up with things, and is one of the like he's on like the Alex Russell side of things.
Oh, okay. That circle. Gotcha. I know what circle you're talking about. Like, all right. Well, that being said, that was neat. Somebody sharing free code camp. That's always a good place to go. Oh, if you want to start reviewing code like a boss, check out my free code camp article. There you go, Chrissy. Appreciate that. I'll like it. Really cool. I'm not letting people up. Y'all need to just stop doing that. But yeah, have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time.